Hello people, so the title of this video does not lie. I decided to start a new journey with Dr Stone the Manga, and I believe the anime is about to air pretty soon. So I have a lot of buzz when it comes to this series. So I said, you know what, let's go through this journey. And I won't be reviewing this if I didn't enjoy the first chapter. And to be honest, it's an interesting journey. And it beats the most shonen tropes that we have with action and just overpowered, ridiculous OP characters. Now, granted, it's early stages, so I don't know what to expect. But that being said, I do like how this chapter starts and the story begins. Introductions to three characters, or three of the main characters. I'm pretty sure we'll have more as long as the series goes along. Everybody else wasn't really introduced. There's three characters: a girl by Yuzuriya, another character by Taiju. He's got a crush on Yuzuriya. Another main character, Senku. He's pretty much, I guess, obsessed with science and technology and all that stuff. So, and he also has a twisted sense of humor, because Taiju was like trying to feel. He was, after 5 years, he was like trying to confess his feelings for Yuzuriya, trying to give him a love potion that might work. I do appreciate Taiju's like, no, I thank you for that, but no, I want to do this on my own. Now, this is where we find out that Senku has a twisted personality, but he also has a great quote about Taiju in this, where classmates are asking Senku, oh, is it really love potion? And Senku's like, nah, it's just gasoline. Like, he just casually made gasoline out of nowhere. Just cut carbohydrate to the gasoline. Taiju would have died if he drank it, but he just come up with a great quote. Oh, I knew Taiju would go for it. I knew he wouldn't drink it. So, man, if he had drunk it, oh man, he probably would have stopped him anyway. But like I said, he has a twisted personality. I do like his character development there, because he has faith in Taiju. In fact, he's the only one that does a bet against Taiju to get rejected by asking out Yuzuriya. Everybody else has bet, oh, I bet he gets rejected. Yuzuriya, I got to admit, is pretty cute in this. What's interesting is that it looks like she has a special ability, because we do get a flashback to when people get turned into stones. Before then, a bird was turned into stones. He tried to confess his feelings, and before anything went down, everybody got turned into stone, essentially. Something went wrong, out the sky or something. You see the planet and you see the atmosphere. So I'm assuming it's a comet of some sort. Either way. And what's interesting is Taiju actually pushes Yuzuriya out of the way, but ends up helping him out by the end of this chapter. So they all get turned into stone. But what's interesting is, even though they're turned to stone, at least Taiju gets pretty much, he retains his consciousness, so he's aware of what's going on. He said, no matter what, I will make it through this. I'll confess my feelings to you. That's gonna suck, though. The fact that he's been nagged on for that, confessing his feelings to Yuzuriya. For 5 years, he's been holding this in, and he decides to confess his feelings, and before he has the chance to say anything, he's turned to stone. So that's gotta suck. I mean, that's relatable to any guy out there. I'm not too sure what guy would have waited 5 years though, but I mean, that's a tragedy in itself. And not only do you see like just people being turned into stone like casually, but you got women and children, and you got airplanes being affected by this, because you got pilots being turned to stone. So that's crashing into the ground. So it's just messed up, and you see stones like just being crumpled apart. It's like the Bora stepped into this manga and decided to turn everybody to stone. It's ridiculous, but I don't know what caused this. We see like the president, you see the White House, everybody turned to stone. I know a lot of people would love that here in this day and age, but I mean, it is still a messed up thing. A sense of helplessness. So I love the way this first chapter plays itself along the mystery of what caused all this, and everybody just being turned to stone. The whole world essentially was transformed into stone. You got Taiju like, don't underestimate, I'm not dead yet. So I'm guessing he kept his consciousness somehow. And what's interesting, like I said, we got the flashback to where a bird, Taiju tries to help it out, and it goes to a clinic, and then bumps into Yuzuriya, and then all of a sudden the bird gets turned back to normal. She's having to get teasing him a little bit. So I don't know what's up with that, whether she has a special ability or not, or whether she just has a gift of touch to heal birds from being turned into stone. Interesting to find out what caused all this, but I'm assuming that'll be revealed as the chapters roll along. You see like one girl turned into stone, and a puppy just crying. I'm assuming this is not right. I guess Taiju is the pretty much who doesn't give up hope that Rio will be fine, and I'll confess my feelings. He actually does say his feelings. We see bridges and stuff, like years go by, and by the end of it, how many years, decades, I will tell Yuzuria, I will live at any cost, and then out of nowhere, some millenniums have passed. So 2 millenniums. Can you imagine the same thing happen to this day and age? Oh man, I don't even want to think about it. You turn to stone, but your consciousness is there, and somehow he breaks free. I'm guessing enough as the stone doesn't crumble apart. So I guess the cement just sheds, and he's back to normal. 2 million years have gone by, and I guess he lost all of his clothes because all the clothes that were turned to stone been erased, so he's butt naked. And you see a gigantic tree, like everything's changed. Whatever was the schoolyard is nothing. We get to see Yuzuria. She's turned to stone as well, but she's stuck in the tree, together with the tree, almost together. And he does have the courage to say it, like, I loved you for centuries, for eons, and I will save you at any cost. So there's his conflict right there. He needs to try and find a way to save Yuzuria. Then he goes, he bumps into Senku. Now I don't know where he comes from, but either way, he's like, you finally woke up. So obviously he's been awake for a while. You're butt naked. I don't want anything to do with you. So that was kind of funny. Like I said, I love how the story starts with this first chapter. And I was like, how did you maintain your sanity? It's like, I just counted, like just casually counted. And then he went back to normal. And before you know it, 3,689 years and 158 days since being able to move. So that's a long time to wait. So I'm guessing Senku actually broke first, and Taiju and Senku are the only two alive. And it's obviously they're going to try and figure a way to get everybody else back to normal. Senku has the brains, and Taiju has pretty much the brawn. So it's like, I'll help you out with strength. So I'll leave you to the thinking. So that's kind of cool. So right away, the last quote of the chapter is, it's like we're rebuilding the population of the world again. We'll be like the Adam and Eve, even though they're both male, of the stone world. So there you have it. Dr. Stone is officially begun, and I've started the journey, and I liked how this started. So that's why I'm making this review. I don't know if I'm going to making one chapter after another. I'll probably wait a while to go through the story before I give my thoughts on certain chapters. So let me know, unless you guys want me to. But either way, so far I enjoyed it, so that's why I'm giving this review. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys.